think I want to take this moment to try and bring it back down to earth, right? Because we've talked a lot about the fiscal, the monetary policy, the industrial policy, global south, foreign policy, but let's bring it down to earth. Why we actually do any of this? We have a situation in this country where 25% of our people are in extreme poverty. Now that's a World Bank calculation. How do they calculate it? If you live with less than $3 a day, that's about less than 30,000 rupees a month. If you've gone to the supermarket or to the butcher and tried to buy a kilo's worth of protein, 30,000 a month is not going to get you far, especially if you have people to feed, right? So the real picture of deprivation in the country is pretty bad. Everything we're talking about is to fix that issue. The government has talked about a poverty eradication program. They've allocated something like 25 billion or whatever. That's less than 5,000 per person in extreme poverty, the World Bank calculation, okay? We are talking about structural transformation, and we're talking about uplifting people's lives, uplifting their income levels. Mind you, it was this particular IMF-driven debt austerity paradigm that has brought us to this situation. We're not going to get out of it by doing the same thing. We have to do something different. And I think I really hope, for the sake of all those millions of people in poverty, that we get our act together to deal with that particular issue, because it's a very serious problem. I mean, if you look at multidimensional poverty, that's 1 in 5 people, 1 in 5 children are multidimensionally poor. That means they don't get enough food, right? Their brain and muscle development is impaired. That's a lost generation we're looking at. And there needs to be a much bigger sense of urgency amongst all our policymakers, amongst all of our academics and intellectuals. And, the middle class needs to also be thinking about this, right? Not just about day-to-day consumption, right? There needs to be a national conversation about this. The ideas that we've discussed, I would say, are in line with trying to solve some of these issues.